Yo, yo, guys. Okay, I'm live. Insta for the second time of my life. Just getting used to Instagram and the platform. It's a pretty cool platform, right? Yo, yo. Thanks for joining me. Um, I want to smash out an interview with Jerome Shaw. There you are, Jerome. You're on it. Cool, cool, cool. I'm going to add you in a second, and we'll smash out a lovely interview with Jerome on his story. I've known him for a while on Facebook, and I love his videos, and I thought it would be nice to talk to him about his journey and story, and feel the depth of his mastery and flow with him a little bit, and bring you guys some quality information as the light workers that we are from across the pond. I'm in the UK, and Jerome, I think, is in America. So, yeah, there we go. There's the request, and here we go. No dilly-dallying. Let's just get straight to go with Jerome. Right, so we're gonna I'm excited. I've never done an interview with these things. It's the first time breaking my virginity of Instagram lives. Yo,
What's happening, brother?
I'm so excited. This is the first time.
It's definitely exciting times, brother. What's happening?
Yeah, good, my friend. I saw you on Instagram. I love your videos, and I thought it would be kind of cool to just to get your feel your depth, bro, and give people share your story. So then you've got a big following on your side too. So I wanted to yeah tap into you today and see if you have energy to get across the message of what you've got to tell the
Man,
Jerome,
thank you.
whereabouts are you?
hmm
Whereabouts are you, brother? Whereabouts are you?
Yeah. Well, first off, man, I just want to thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm hoping that you can hear me clearly. The sound's coming in a little bit fuzzy on my end, but are you able to hear me okay?
I can, yeah, I think they can
Okay.
too. So I can, yes, definitely.
Perfectly. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, at the moment, I'm here in wonderful Nevada. We are in the Valley of Fire. Me and my friend over here, Marco, we've been riding to on a trip, a road trip around the U.S. And yeah, this is just a wonderful time, man. So I'm glad that any words that I can impart to somebody to inspire someone. I appreciate you giving space and providing this opportunity for us today to speak on it. Yeah. And I love
Thanks,
your
brother.
energy as well, brother. Harry, you've had interviews with Devon, the Black Airbender. I've seen your
Oh, you're aware
interviews
of
on
that stuff. I
YouTube.
get to know, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, definitely.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I enjoy your work as well, brother, and all your posts on Instagram. The message that you put out is definitely for the people, and you're just being unafraid to bring awareness to these subjects that I think more people should learn about.
Oh, thank you so much, my friend. And
hmm
yes, I feel like we've all got different personalities. I'll tell you what, though, with your style, I love it. I just watched just before we came on air your one you may have done a few days ago on the sun, and it was
hmm
just you with the video of the sun, and it was. I like the way you talk slow and deep, and I can feel the passion behind it, and it was like so pure. It's such a joy to watch. People watching you from Ireland are going to watch this from add him on Instagram, Jerome, because you have so much
Thank,
amazing stuff. It's crazy. Can I ask you, like,
thank you.
for people to get to know you better, including myself? So I'm guessing that you've been on this journey for a while, Jerome. Do you want to start at how you got into light work and everything you're doing now? When it started?
Yeah, light working, when we talk about light working, I didn't really even know the term maybe a few years ago. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know that, I was just kind of being myself, just like just spreading positive vibes everywhere I went to different people and just using the different mediums that I have at my disposal. I'm sure of course, that technology is at the point where we are able to touch people's lives at the touch of a button. You can just simply touch a button and it's like millions of people can be touched down the line, and it's like a ripple effect that you can send out into the cosmos, into the universe. And so I just enjoy being able to inspire other people because I myself am inspired, by you and others who are on this journey together. We're all on the same path. We're just taking different roads, what I'm saying? So yeah, I guess, I started meditating back in 2017 with different apps on the phone. So that really got my headspace. No pun intended. That was one of the apps that I started with. That
I
got
like
my
that.
headspace in a good place to be able to focus and have more clarity and more vision to what I needed to do. And then after that, things started to just get me. I started to meet people that I needed to meet and go places that I needed to go. And in 2018, I took a drive to California, and it was there that I met some monks and nuns that taught me even more about meditation, about letting go, about releasing, about detachment, about suffering, about impermanence, and just these different laws in nature. And then in 2019 was when, even more on my journey, I decided to start a liquidarian lifestyle. That carried me 3 months. I did a liquid diet after that. And it just, the energy was so different, you know, with my podcast and all the platforms that I put content out. I could tell that people were really feeling it. And then in January of this year, I started breatharianism, and that was just tremendous. And then in February of this year, I started urine therapy. So Shivambu came in. So
No way. Okay, you're on that
it's
too.
been a whole journey. Yeah. Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not a coincidence, brother. I feel like 2020, everyone I'm talking to, the light workers, there's so much happening with all of us this year it's just been kicking off. Like yourself, Breatharian
Yeah.
January, urine therapy in February, and God, that's crazy.
Yes, yes, it's moving quickly. The vibration has shifted. You know, the energy is so new. Every day is new, and we are definitely in exciting times. Yeah.
Absolutely, my brother. I love the way you talk about stuff. So when you say breatharianism, this is something that I love too. But everyone's definition, I guess, is different. How do you define it for yourself in your own journey, the definition of a breatharianism?
Yeah, so you know, I see it as a pranic living, pranic lifestyle, like pranic nourishment. I see it as not depriving yourself of something. Like, I don't see it as fasting anymore. I see it as you're switching the government of your cells. I mean, that's all a belief is. When we talk about mental reprogramming, I believe that a belief is just a group of cells that have joined together, and you know, they're just kind of under a new government. So it took me a while to really get my mind to wrap my head around people living off the air, people living off the sun, people living off what this conversation is. This is nourishment, this is prana, you know, this conversation right now. So it's just when I started to tune into other forms of nourishment, music, you know, meditation, like all these things that can have energy that's a subtler form of energy than food. But we're used to just eating, so we're not used to having even the concept of living off of another form of energy. So breatharianism to me is yeah, you're not taking anything away, you're giving yourself a new form. You know what I'm saying? You're introducing something new to the body that is able to sustain you unlike anything else, you know?
I love that definition. Thanks for going through that. I never really thought about it, so I'm learning so much from you already. Like, yeah, so like almost like maybe there's other forms of nutrition out there than what we've been told in terms of food that just kind of weigh us down. And now we've got, like you said, music, joy, talking, having a conversation, learning from other people, like
Hmm.
all these kinds of different things is so powerful. That's such a great definition. I love it. If more people move towards that definition of becoming a breath being, a light being that we are. I mean, just here, I thought this for the first time. This reminder to me, the chakra system of what we are inside us
Yes.
internally. We often forget, brother, because we're not looking, we're not seeing these things. But that doesn't mean that's not any less real, right? The
Right.
vibrations and the colors and the light and
Hmm.
all this stuff. It's so lovely to be reminded of it
Hmm.
from people like yourself on the path. So I'm too. I think a lot of people watching this too will resonate with the idea of preparedness as you described it.
Hmm. Yeah, and you too, Harry. Like, I know you sun gaze as well. You know, I wrote a book on sun gazing, and I love how, like you said, with
All
the
right.
energy, the energy that we can't, you know, there's more hitting us. There's more hitting us than we can see. More than meets the eye, as the Transformers, that old, you know, the theme of the Transformers. There's way more than meets the eye that we can see. I mean, you think about the sun. You know, it's called like ultraviolet, right? I think ultra or violet is like the last ray on the spectrum that we can see visibly, so above or beyond the visible light. So I know that when I gaze up at the sun, there's so much more nourishing me than I can even see, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so true. I didn't know you wrote a book on sun gazing. How awesome! So both of us have wrote books on sun gazing.
Yes, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yes.
I've got to get you.
Hmm.
Send me the links and send us the links at the end too, because we'd love to to support people in the communities because I'm always learning too. And I don't believe in, oh, I know everything about sungazing. My God, even between me and you, no offense, but we know nothing, right? Me and you
Right.
compared to the reality of the sun.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly. Exactly. That's what fascinates me. That I have my whole life to learn. There's no end. No end. Hmm.
too right. Brother, how old are you, Jerome? You seem young.
Oh, how old do you think I am?
Great question. Oh yeah, I love this game. Okay, we're playing a game here, guys. Let's see. I think you're under 30. I know you're under 30. 22, 25.
Uh, Almost.
Go on.
Cause you're 32, right?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, nearly
Okay.
33. Nearly. Yeah,
Okay.
32.
So I'm close to you. I'm close.
Really?
Yeah.
30?
29.
You're 29 years old. Oh
Yeah,
wow,
yeah.
brother.
So
What
I
is it of
turned
us
30
looking
this
young?
October.
Oh
Huh?
no, we always look young. We always look young, people like us. I don't know what it is. Oh, I do know what it is. It's like the way we look.
You know what it is. If it went.
Just check.
Yeah, I can hear you now. I came back.
Okay, so you've written a book on sungazing. What other things do you go out and give the message through Instagram? How do you deliver your message, and what kind of message topics do you focus on with people? Do you just go with everything you know, or do you focus on one particular thing when you're talking?
Yeah, so I enjoy interviewing people as well. That's why this is an honor, to be on this side of the camera, to be, talking in this way. And you ask great questions, so I love this process.
Thanks.
And the way that I put out my content is mainly through the podcast. My podcast is called The Open Palm, and you can find that on any platform that podcasts are played. All podcast directories, it'll be there. And also my YouTube channel, just type in my name, Jerome Shaw, and you'll find all my content there as well.
Awesome, brother. Yeah, we'll check them out. Definitely. I'm definitely interested in all that stuff, my friend. So when you're talking these podcasts, do you talk about so breatharianism, meditation, self-improvement? I feel like that's a huge aspect that I don't talk about myself, but it's deep in my heart. But I don't feel like it's my mission to talk about it because I struggle to. I think if that makes any sense. Whereas I look at people like yourself, and I think
Hmm.
the way you described it, for example, your Matrix video was so
Hmm.
pure and so true. I feel like that's definitely something that you like a little Tony Robbins, like with the way you talk. It's very motivating to people.
I appreciate it, brother. Blessings. Thank you.
True.
Thanks, man. Yeah, multiple topics, just more inspiring messages, motivating themes, and thought provoking ideas are things that I like to get people's gears turning to make someone think a little differently, because they say that once a mind is expanded by a new idea, it can never return to its original dimensions. Like there's no going back from whence you came. So, once
Yeah.
something is known, it cannot be unknown. And I want to put a splinter in people's minds, just like The Matrix, which is my favorite movie, to open people up to new possibilities, new ways of thinking, and just to see the world around them differently. Because as a wise man once said, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. You know.
Yeah, that's so true. You're reminding me of all these things. I feel like there's an Aniston, is it Aniston quote says life either shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. I feel like it's so important for us in these times to tap into the powers of facing our fears and being courageous. And people like yourself promote it a lot. And it's when we don't face our fears that we stagnate into what we less of our potential, which is not what we want because we're here ultimately
Hmm.
to. I feel like we're in a school, Jerome. We're in a school to learn lessons here. We've come here to learn lessons, and some people
Hmm.
won't. That's okay. But then I feel like a lot of people watching this and going to watch this stuff too are here to learn lessons and want to be on
Hmm.
that conscious growth journey. So,
Yes. Yes.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I can see you now. Yep, we're back. We're back.
Okay, is there any message you want to give to people that are going to be watching this? today?
Oh, wow, just enjoy life. My friend over here, he always says like, I want to live while I'm alive, you know?
Mm,
And I just did a podcast episode about live while you're alive. They say that some people
mm,
some people die at 25 and they're buried at 75. Their body moves on, but they really stop living somewhere down the line. They either the dreams that they told themselves they wanted to do, the things they wanted to accomplish, or their mission in life or their purpose, they've kind of let it go by the wayside and just, kind of just been, surviving instead of thriving. And I think that we all have it within our abilities to thrive and not just survive, but to live life in a way that we can experience it to the fullest. So I would say, whatever that means to you, whoever you are watching this, whenever it is here, just live life, the best way you know how.
love that. Yeah, I feel like life is to be lived and enjoyed, and I've got the most happiness in my life when I've expanded my comfort zone. And when I was going through the
Mm-hmm.
worst days of my life, I was not expanding it. I was shrinking into a fear state, and that really
Mm.
affected my psychology and depression. So ultimately, yeah, I feel like it's so important for us to do what you just said, to face our fears and to grow. And we're here to learn lessons and to evolve and to seek inspiration from people like yourself that might be a bit ahead of us on the journey. Not that we're judging, because I was a beginner, you were a
Right.
beginner. We're all still learning. So,
Oh yeah. Hmm. I'm still a beginner. I'm
right.
always a student. Right. Hmm.
That's so important. The beginner's mindset for everyone, not to be arrogant and to think that you know it all. And I see every now and again, not too many people, just a little bit of like not letting go everybody attitude, and I think that's what holds people back from their lives out. So, you know what I love the most, Laura? Just making connections with people like you, even if it's short time. It's so cool to see people like yourself on video and get that feeling of your energies up, feel your energy. It's amazing.
Hmm. Yes, yes, it's an amazing time, that we can. It's like we're time traveling. Me and you, we're at different ends of the world, right? But we're able
Yeah.
to talk in this moment and come together in unity, and anyone who's joining this can experience this moment together. It's amazing, Yeah.
It truly is. I love the format too, that people can just join. You can request to join. So
Hmm.
yeah, we should do this more often. Maybe we could do a whole series, bro, with I don't know, like for example, a short sungazing series with you, since we both wrote books on it, and smash out like we could become, I don't know, the Instagram sungazing guys, and really help people and get people started. Like people could join up and ask us questions on how to sungaze live, and we could help them out. We could even do it live, isn't it? If it was clouds in the sky, maybe people do it for
Hmm.
us.
For sure, for sure, man. The possibilities are endless. We're only limited by our own imagination. You know.
Absolutely. By the way, can I ask a question while you're here? So, do you believe in the power of the sun behind the clouds? A lot of people say this. They get annoyed with the sun not being out all the time. It's cloudy where you are right now, correct?
Say it again.
Yeah, so do you believe in the power of the sun behind cloud cover? Because I think it's
Oh,
cloudy
okay.
where you are right now.
Yeah,
And
at the moment it's a little bit overcast at the moment. Yesterday it was a lot harder. The sun was out with not a cloud in the sky, so today is a complete contrast. But yeah,
yeah,
I believe that the rays, there's still energy. There's still energy penetrating through the clouds. So even if it's a cloudy day, there's still sunlight. I don't know how to measure it, but I think they measure it in lux. There's like some sort of sunlight measurement, LUX, different measurements of lux. And
yeah,
so when you're indoors, that amount of light is a certain amount of lux, and when you're outdoors, that amount of light is a certain amount of lux. And when you're in direct sunlight, it's like extremely, a high vibration of lux. But you're still getting it. The light is still coming to you. So yeah, even if you
yeah.
can't see the sun is still there.
Yes,
Yeah.
brother. Thanks for explaining that so wonderfully. I completely agree with you. There's always sun behind the clouds. That's why we see the light. And to go a
Hmm.
step further, I believe in looking up at the sky. So that's also powerful because your eyes, even if you can't see the sun, it's hidden behind. If it goes and looks up a little bit, because you still get more medicine because that's where the
Right.
medicine goes. That's the most powerful place of medicine. Your avatar is look. So when you look up,
Hmm.
you're like, wow, it's like a eye to me under the clouds. It's like, oh, 10 seconds until they
Yeah.
come down. I'm like, oh, that's crazy.
Hmm. You know it. Yes.
Can I ask you about here as well about urine therapy? So tell us a little bit about your adventures. How have you started in therapy? How did you start, and what you've been doing?
How did I start? You said.
Yeah, how did you start with urine therapy? What experiments have you been conducting, my brother, and what are you on?
Oh my. Goodness. So yeah, I haven't even really gone. This is like uncharted territory for me.
Cool.
Completely new this year. Before this
Mm,
year, I didn't even know. Like, I guess I maybe heard about it, like an ancient practice or something that people used to do, but I never really, I never thought it was anything. But now this year, my frame of mind around it has totally changed completely. You know, I no longer see it as a waste product.
right.
It's completely sterile. You know, it's completely you. It's one of the best forms of self-love that there is, the best expression of self-love. You know, it's you. It's the elixir of life. It's the fountain of youth. It's, you know, it's your essence. It's everything that you need. And you know, it has like tons of things, way more than people have even like discovered. You know, all of the stuff that we need. And it's like, I started this February because I was finding people like Monica Shuett. I was finding
Yes.
people like We Do Shivambu. I was
Yeah.
finding people like Jessica, and I just looked. I started to look at different documentaries. I started to look at different videos. I started to read different books, and it was just really just such a journey of self-discovery. You know, I tried it, and at first, you know, I had to trick my mind. I had to do a little psychological thing where
Mm, yeah.
as I was tipping it back, I was like, okay, mineral water, mineral water. I had to like keep telling myself like a mantra, you know, like mineral water, you
Yeah.
know. And then
Mm,
and then it became to where I didn't have to say that anymore. And
mm,
then and then it became where it was just like fresh water. It was amazing. Like, the more it was looping, the more I looped it,
mm,
it just became more powerful. And I'm sure you, as you know the stem cells and everything that just multiply and multiply. So then I started aging, and I went kind of like, I was my own scientist in my own laboratory. I just started aging like bottles and bottles and bottles, and
mm.
it became, it started flushing me out. That was one of the things that happened
Yeah.
immediately. Immediately, it
What
was
can
like,
I ask? So what were you doing
yeah.
with aged urine? Were you drinking aged urine? What were you doing with your aged urine?
Yes, I was
Drinking it.
applying it topically, and also
Wow.
ingesting it, drinking it. Yeah.
Cool. But that's
Hmm.
double power in topically and gesture. Cool, cool, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Double power.
Yeah. It's like you're
Yeah,
a
you
ninja.
know.
You're Superman if you get on just drinking it. If you do it with the topical as well, you like become superpowers. Like,
Hmm. Yeah, so that's one thing I do in the morning, is just applying it topically. But when I started drinking it, immediately, even when I didn't know what I was doing, my body just started cleansing. Like, my body was just flushing toxins out, and I was like,
right.
"What is going on?" It felt like I had drunk like a whole thing of prune juice or something. Or it was just like I was
How do you
just
know it was
regular.
flushing? How do you know it was flushing out? What were you having? Diarrhea symptoms? What was
I
going on?
was going to the restroom, and then
Ah.
as soon as I left the restroom, like as soon as I opened the door, I had to like,
Mm.
wait a minute, like turn around and go back in. You know what I'm saying?
Huh.
It was that much. It was just coming out of my body, and
Yeah.
I didn't know what was going on. I thought something was wrong with me, but then I
Mm.
realized later on that it was eliminating the things that weren't supposed to be in my body, and so it was
Right.
cleansing me. It was cleansing me, and so I figured that out later on, and so I was like, "Oh wow, that makes so much sense." Yeah,
Isn't
yeah.
it crazy that because I'm sure you perceive yourself as quite healthy up to that point. So did I before I started ACU, and I thought, oh, I'm healthy. We get this kind of level of like, oh, I'm way healthier than normal people. But actually, when we get into urine therapy, I remember when I first started urine therapy, I had diarrhea for 2 days non-stop. I couldn't stop having diarrhea. Now I can drink
Hmm.
fresh urine, aged urine, no problem. But at the
Right,
beginning, my God, I had so much cleansing, detoxification symptoms. I've forgotten what it's like now to have that,
right,
but
right.
and that just shows how toxic even people like ourselves are. Like, and that's
Hmm.
crazy to think. Like, we look after ourselves.
Hmm. And the taste too. You know, the taste changes based on your diet. I could tell it was immediately a biofeedback. You know, you would know if you had something too sweet, too sugary, or too salty, or too spicy. You would
Yeah.
immediately know when you ingested that. Like, it would tell you. It was a, yeah. It would alert you.
Yeah, I love it. It's
Yeah.
such a great biofeedback system. People often ask, people who help me sometimes say, I shouldn't start until I'm pure. I'm eating 100% fruits, 100% vegan. I'm like, no, just start where you are
Just
because I
start.
started where I am. Just
Hmm.
start. Yeah, don't procrastinate around it.
Right.
Don't think about it too much. My
Hmm.
bias is always like, just do it. Kind of like the Nike ad, like Sheila Buff.
Yeah.
Just do it. Like, just do
Hmm.
it. And it
Hmm.
benefits.
Yes, yes. It's a teacher, you know, it's gonna teach you, it's gonna guide you, and it's gonna take you to where you need to be. No matter where you are in life, you know, you could, like Monica was saying, like you could have the most horrible diet or what you consider a horrible diet, and
Mm.
it's still gonna be beneficial, you know, it's still gonna be good. Yeah. Because
I love
like
it. And are you? Yeah.
somebody go ahead.
No, no, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't interrupt.
Yeah,
Go on.
it's like somebody was saying like if a snake bit you, you know, like if you were bitten by a poisonous snake, the antidote for the poison would be found in your urine. You know, it's like that. You know, it's gonna generate what the body needs to heal it, to heal the body. Hmm.
Exactly. And are you incorporating this as a regular practice in the rest of your life now, as a preparation tool? Are you using it as a maintenance? Went off for a
Sorry,
second.
you're
Did
back
you get what
now.
I said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you hear my
You
question?
you were asking me how am I incorporating it?
Correct. Is this because a lot of people kind of try it and then don't really utilize it fully to its potential and don't get on a daily kind of practice with it. I mean, that's quite common too.
Hmm.
So I was wondering if that's. I don't think
Hmm.
that might be the case for you, but is that the case? You're just doing this as an experiment, or are you maintaining a good
No,
system?
no. For me at the moment, it's been daily. You know, it's been daily for me since I started, and I don't intend to stop. Um, it's gotten me through a lot of things. Uh, yeah, a lot of things that I haven't even spoken on. I haven't even talked about. So, you know, you're really getting me out of my shell right now, Harry. I appreciate this. But I intend to keep going. I intend to just see where this path may lead because it really feels like I was called to this, you know? I was called to this.
Awesome. So anyone watching this or in the future on my YouTube's go and add Jerome on the Instagram and all his channels because yes, he's kind of new to urine therapy and we just outed him as a urine therapist kind of officially. That's
The cat's out of the bag, yeah.
Oh, like Lee's watching too. So, can I ask you again to reiterate for people, how can people find you and all your platforms? So you've got a book out. Where do people find your book? Is it on Amazon?
Of
I'm
course,
guessing
yeah.
so.
Both of my books are on Amazon. I just released my second one. That's
Mm,
Finding Inner Peace: A Guide to the Wisdom Within. That's on Amazon. So
cool.
it's under my name by Jerome Shaw. So Sun Gaze for Success and
Mm,
Finding Inner Peace. Those are both of my books right now that I have available for you.
cool.
Any messages that you'd love to hear, any positive, uplifting messages that it will encourage you or inspire you, that is all on the podcast. Once again, that is at The Open Palm, and you can find that anywhere they're played. And lastly, just my YouTube channel, which is at my name, Jerome Shaw. Yeah.
That's awesome, brother. I love this. I love the fact you're so open to these interviews and such an awesome soul doing great work on all these channels and that we connected today and got a little interview out. I would love it if in the future we did a little more talked in depth as the next one maybe on sun gazing. We just bashed off each other and because I really want to
Hmm.
promote that. I think urine
Sure.
therapy, sun gazing, we double teamed up there as the guys that have written books. I don't know many people apart from us that have written books on it. To be fair, so
Hmm.
it'd be great if we can
Yeah.
have this as a start of a beautiful relationship that we form to help people. So.
Of course, brother. Of course. And thank you once again, man. I really appreciate you, Harry. This is a wonderful time, man. And I'm glad that you see it the same way.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, everyone, for joining. This is How Let's with Harry with Jerome Shaw. I hope everyone enjoyed my second ever Instagram live. It's been great fun. Right. Cheers, guys. Cheers, Jerome. Have a lovely day. I'm trying to turn it off now. Let's see if this works.